Today we're going to be taking a look at the epic battle between Jam Republic and GRV, where GRV completely swept Jam Republic 7-0. Oh man, these scores. 81 Jam Republic, 88.83, a 7.83 difference between the two. We're going to take a look at both of these round one routines. I'm going to give a little bit of my perspective, my analysis. So many of you guys liked my video, my last video. I think it was like almost 3 weeks ago now. I know I need to get with this posting schedule. Trust me, I'm aware. So many of you guys liked that Sydney video. And I think I said it in the video. I just didn't feel like I could give much analysis in that video. I was so amazed by all the routines. It was my first time watching them. I just sat, enjoyed them, and kind of gave my reaction and commentary. Today I want to go back and I want to look through each of these routines. I want to study them a little bit more. Jam Republic and GRV, round one from Sydney. Look at these scores a little bit more. I remember watching some of these routines and I was like, I need to go back and rewatch it because I don't know what's going on. But here we are. And let's get into it. Listen, before we do get into it, though, I'm trying to get this channel to 4,000 subscribers. So many of you guys keep coming back, watching my videos, but are not subscribing. And that's fine. But I mean, if you want to support a brother, just leave a subscribe. Give me a like. Give me something, please. I'm going to be at IDL Los Angeles and finals. I said in my last video, listen, I'm trying to get some people on my podcast. I want to talk with them. I want to learn about their experience. I want to learn how they prep for these competitions. I want to learn a little bit about the contracts. I want to see what these contracts are looking like. I want to just learn about the process overall from so many different perspectives and athletes and coaches or directors or photographers or anyone involved. So if you have someone in mind that you would like to see on the No Counts Given podcast, drop their name below. I'm not going to talk anymore. I'm going to take a sip of water, and we're going to start with Jam Republic. You guys, if you watch my video, you are well aware that I was blown with the same songs. I was blown. I said, no, they did not, GRV. You ain't got to do them like that. But I did read that both teams actually knew. Both teams knew that this was going to happen. IDL reached out to both teams and said, hey, just so you know, you're both making the same song for round one, so what are you guys going to do? And they both said, let's battle it out, and GRV won. Now, I do remember saying, I thought Jam Republic looked good this set. I thought they looked good. They look like they are getting more of a competitive edge, and they're like raising their bar for them. But if you notice, the scores are not reflecting. One thing I think I'm noticing is that the judges are getting a little bit more of an idea of what they're looking for in each caption, and they're probably meeting more behind the scenes in between stops. And so judging is going to naturally get harder as we go because we see the bar being raised, and now you have to get to that bar. Jam Republic, I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry. Okay, justice for Jam Republic. Let's take a drink of water, then let's get into Jam's round one wide view set. Before we do, I do this a lot. I'm sorry, guys. Because I was going to say, if you want more content, already subscribe, of course. But if you want more content surrounding dance and just the dance industry as a whole, make sure you subscribe to No Counts Given as well, too. Tomorrow, which is going to be Thursday, or whatever day I upload this, Thursday, I'm doing a podcast surrounding two mega companies fighting over one word, worlds, in the dance industry. And it is a deep dive that I think people need to be informed about. So make sure you go and watch that. All right, here we go. Jam Republic, round one. Let's get into it. Okay, so I feel like this entire intro, like, it's good for Jam and it looks strong and it's visual and it's there, but I feel like there are just moments that aren't adding up, and could have been more dynamic or could have used just a little bit more oomph to it, right? To just elevate it even more. One that I'm noticing is like, okay, they fall, they do the turn, they go to their back. Okay, like when they get up right here, they put their leg up as if like the group is gonna grab them and like pull them up to like really emphasize that musical nuance that they have, that big like explosion or swoosh. But then they just roll up to their back. So I feel like there could have been like good wow moments that could have attracted the audience and the judges and elevate the athletic performance just even more, and those choices were not made. They went to the floor, but then much wasn't really given to us when they got on the floor. They almost immediately got back up. So some things I would consider when I'm building these routines. I like the opposition switch. So I like how that center group came through the front. I love good window switches like that. They did that very nice and clean. Spacing here is definitely off stage left. Okay, so now here. When fella here stands up on them, on that, again, another swoosh that we're using, there's just nothing that's really complementing the level. And then additional to that, stage left here, we have dancers that are not in center or not in formation, and it's just the window patterns here just don't look as clean as they should. So definitely a struggle Jam is going to be facing in their score sheets here. I like that moment, and then transitioning out just it wasn't the most clean. It didn't feel the most intentional. They just like step to switch formations, and then we're hesitating choreography here. So just some areas there in that intro that I would have loved to seen Jam clean it up. Jam, do you guys need a coach to just be in your practices like questioning everything? Because free AJ here. Here we go. I want to go to the next section. I like that moment. Like that moment with that soloist, it had so much potential. Great musicality in this section. I love the little visual with the head. Okay, however, the thing is, when we're using the soloist, and I heard Arnell talk about this on the podcast, and it's stressing me out that I feel like, oh my gosh, for a second I thought I wasn't recording. Oh, I almost lost my shit. Oh man, I would have just quit my job, deleted my channel, and walked off the face of the earth. Okay, I listened to the podcast with Arnell, and he emphasize that he doesn't want to see like so many, I don't remember the exact words, it's been quite some time since I listened to that podcast. However, a few things that he said he doesn't want is like the bucket running, the nugget running, the car, what do you call it, the shopping cart running, like none of the little bugs that we need running around, right? Like every detail needs to be thought out. Another one was soloists. Like when we're using soloists, or if we're going to use soloists, how is it going to impact your routine, or how is it going to make sense with the music? I don't think he said that. However, that's how I'm translating what I was getting, right? Like, and that soloist, like, although I like the moment, I almost felt like it would have been more dynamic if they used it more in a group, switched a little bit of the layering, and gave us a better visual for there, right? So just one thing there that I would love to see Jam consider a little bit more. And then their musicality, though, the musicality in this intro, I like when they start dancing all together. They look good when they dance as one group, right? Like they look good. Now, honing in on that a little bit more and giving us more of that, Jam, come on now, here we go. Yeah, I love this musicality here. That would have been so sick as a group, just saying. And then again, going to the groups, or going to the soloist. Here, levels. We got to be a little bit more intentional about how we're using our levels. And when you're competing against a team like GRV, okay, I'm going to say this one more time. When you are competing against a team like GRV, you have to know as a coach or as a director that GRV knows their levels. Jam, what's going on? When you are competing against a team like GRV, I'm going to know their levels are going to be so spot on. I'm going to emphasize and take mine even a little bit further. Jam, what is going on? We just got to like flat back that. Flat back it, we could get an even bigger visual picture, right? I appreciate the cleans, other than my homegirl number 30 over there to stage right. I appreciate the cleans. Like right now in this pause, they look like one group. They look like one unit. However, we have to emphasize those pictures even more because we are being scored. I'm sorry, you have to. You're being scored. So those little things I would just like to see. And then the groupings, like they have a moment where there was like they have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, I don't know, 20 dancers on the floor right now. Why are we giving groups of a ratio of 6 to 14? Like, there's just things that we got to really think about when we're building these sets. Hey, nice musicality there. I like that. Nice staging here. Hey, nice staging here. Nice visual moment. Number 23 is getting a little lost here. Let's go back. It could be of height. So again, it's one of those things like, and I think I said this in my Sydney review. If I'm judge furthest stage right now, I'm gonna see this great. I'm gonna have this picture very clean. If I'm the judge furthest stage left, yeah, stage left, this visual picture is not gonna read very well to me. I'm gonna need lower visuals. I'm gonna need lower plies. I'm going to need more intention. Their score is starting to make sense to me. When I first watched this routine, I was like, no, there's no way they got an 81. You're lying. Now I'm like, oh, shoot, I can see why they're scoring an 81. I don't like this. Oh, you ain't got to do it like that. Nice moment. I love that jump there. I just need 23 to think taller. Think taller, think taller, think taller, think taller. Right? Because we're losing him. I love a good partner. I love some partner work. Hey, nice moment. I love that moment. That was a great moment there. Now, one thing I appreciate about Jam is that they understand dynamics. Like, you could tell who's choreographing this routine or these routines from Jam has a great understanding of dynamics. I think it gets lost in the sauce a little bit. Like that popping moment going into these lines, like clean, great. Now, whoever thought of that intention was great. Now it's getting lost in the sauce with the dancers. We're losing the sauce. We just got to push to allow these creative moments just to become greater in a sense, right? So like the dancers got to commit to that pop, pop, go to the line, right? Or get to your formation for that geek, geek, get to your line. But watch what happens here. Pop, pop. Nice moment. Okay. The lines, where are they? At what point, oh my God, my screen's freaking out. At what point do we hit those lines? Okay, now can we stay in those lines a little bit longer just so I know that we're getting to them? Because you might be getting to them, but then we're getting out of them so quickly, I can't see what's going on. Jam's got all this potential. They got all this potential, okay? And I know they're gonna get there. I know Jam's not gonna be finishing a 6th place. Okay. I know Jam's not gonna be finishing a 6th place in this series, okay? They can do it, okay? Okay, I love this moment here. What's the formation? Is the formation in the room with us? Hey. That was a great transition. That was smooth. I'm going to give that to you, Jam. That was smooth. You did that. That entire section got so lost in staging, in formations, in clarity, in movement. It just got lost, right? And what's happening with Jam, when they got to that section and there was so much footwork, so much quick choreography, that we never got to digest what just happened. And then same with this, like, movement going off stage left. Like, I didn't really get to digest is that a ladder on the side of stage over there? I just noticed that. Anyway, let's run that back one more time, Jam. I'm going to give you one more. Okay, Jam? Okay? I'm working for you part-time right now, okay? Okay. Hey, I like this moment from Jam. This is great. This is good. This is good. We just need to clean it up. I love, okay. I love that walk in. I love that walk off. We're using a little amount of dancers at one time. And this is where I struggle with the stamina, with the athleticism, with the staging, with so much of the score sheet. And I'm not even going to rant about it right now because I don't even think I have breath for that anymore. However, that walk in and walk off is probably the best one Jam had in this set. It complemented one another. Like their movement coming in complements their movement going off. But I feel like, yeah, I wish they varied that second one going on. I kind of like, I don't know. I wish they varied the second one going on, especially because we just don't have so many dancers on the stage, and I just need more variety. More variety. There's not enough variety in this routine. Nice. Nice little groove there. Can't say it's athletic, however, it's a nice strong groove. I also need them to be a little bit more consistent on how they are executing the grooves. Oh, this moment. Okay. Here's my thing. I love that moment. That was a great moment. Brotherhood already did something similar, so why are we doing that? And a round that we're not even competing with Brotherhood. Brotherhood did something similar to this exact moment. They did the round off, back handspring sequence or back tuck sequence, going into like that little cipher imitation, like light feet here in the side. Like we saw that from Brotherhood, so I'm confused. I'm confused why we're doing it. I'm going to be so real. This set could have stayed in the vault. It really could have. I'm sorry, Jam. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I am sorry. This set could have stayed in the vault. We could have revisited this one. I'm almost nervous to know what their round 2 set would have been. I like that moment. It's just very... It's messy, but it's still in the essence of the style, which I appreciate. However, it's still got to make sense, and there's still got to be something that's going to connect the score sheet to the production, and I think we missed that here. I'm just going to let it finish. Okay, so again, with that, like if we have 20 dancers on the floor, the groupings of 4 to, especially in this formation, it doesn't read all the way. Hey, let's go. Okay. I like that reveal. That was a good reveal. Nice moment. We just need to clean it up. Especially when we are dancing with these white sleeves, like, we just gotta really clean it up. I like that footwork. Nice! Thank you for staying in these lines for a moment. This is probably Jam's best section in this routine. Yeah, for sure. Alright, let's go look at the scores. You guys, like, I want to root for every single one of these teams. Like, I want every single one of these teams to be one of my clients. Okay, I want to work for every single one of these routines on PR. But when I see people in the comments that are like, Jam, we got to revisit these sets. Jam, what's going on with complexity of choreography? Jam, are we understanding the score sheet? Jam, why are we trending down? I can't defend them. Now, the complexity of choreography, sometimes I feel like it gets so lost in the cleanliness, right? So when I think of like a cleanliness caption and a complexity of choreography caption, those two have to make sense, because if you're not clean, I can't see how complex that routine is, right? I can't see how complex the choreography is. I can't see how complex we're getting in and out of phrases. I can't see how complex the development of each phrase is being set to the standard of the score sheet. And so I struggle with it because, like, formations are off, spacing's off, okay? The staging's off, okay? Movement's off. So when I see like a complexity of choreography score of a 7.17, I can't defend that. I'm sorry. And then stylistic athleticism, 7.83. Now, with stylistic athleticism, here's the thing. I think there was a huge lack of styles provided in the routine. Okay, now I know people are gonna come for me in the comments, but they were popping, they were giving us lifey, they were giving us some party, they were giving, go off. I don't care, go off. That's fine. Now, same thing, the cleanliness. I cannot read what's going on, so like when I'm seeing these stylistic athleticism caption, how do I say this? When I see them attempting to go for stylistic athleticism, which should be in the entire set, to be honest with you, it gets a little hard because if I can't find the style, how can I tell you how athletic it's supposed to be? The other thing is, though, is that when you're watching it, you're going to notice when they're going for, I think they had like a slight house section, or no, maybe it was their light feet section. I don't know. It was a section in there where they're attempting the same choreography, but legs are being different, body posture is being different. So we're missing so many of those components which make a style athletic, right? You have to execute it to the way that that style was founded and produced for it to be considered athletic. I got some questions about stamina because what is this? Well, actually, now that I think about it, for a good chunk of the routine, they did have a lot of dancers on and off the stage. Or, sorry, I just lost my train of thought. For a large sum of their routine, they did have a large group of dancers on the floor, so I can't argue that one. 81. So where do we go from here? Where do we go from here, Jam? Now, I actually want to open up each judge because I want to see what are the lowest captions. Like, did they get a 6? Okay, so they got a 6 by Stefan, and oh, oopsie, oopsie, a 6 by Stefan is in complexity of choreography 777. Did they get any more 6s? Like, I don't know, you guys. No, they didn't. That was only 6. Is it wrong of me? Answer in the comments, please. But is it wrong of me to expect teams to not be getting 6s in their sets at this point of the series? Like, by their third stop, like, does it make sense? Oh, not third. Yeah, by the third stop, like, why are we getting 6s? What's going on? Like, back to the drawing boards. All right, Jam, I'm giving you soul, and then we're gonna see if you're a client of mine. I don't know. All right, here we go. GRV. You guys, can we just take a look really quick at the season standings? I don't know. Oh my gosh, I think I can make it through GRV. I think I could hold it. Okay. GRV was sitting in 6th place all the way to Vancouver. For them to jump up to 3rd place, like, you got to give it up to GRV. You got to give it up to them. And I'm going to be honest with you, I feel like we're going to see them in 2nd here pretty soon. It's going to be hard, I think, by loss. Like, I would have to do the math. But let's say they average 12. No, I just think it's going to be hard for anyone to reach Brotherhood at this point. I would have to sit down and do the math, and I don't think you guys want to sit here and watch me do the math to figure out, like, what's the probability. Throw it in ChatGPT. Throw it in ChatGPT. But I do think we could see GRV coming out in 2nd. I'm going to do a prediction after Seoul. I'm going to do a prediction of where I think people are going to land. Getting content out, Los Angeles and Championship is going to be hard because I'm going to be there. Actually, follow me on all accounts because I will be doing a bunch of live stuff as well, too. So, to the left. All right, here we go. GRV, let's get into this. So, already from the start, the phrase development that GRV has over Jam Republic is insane. That looked like a clear intro and a clear outro to an intro, getting us to another set of staging, which is switching up the phrases. So now we know here we're getting into a different phrase of the routine. One thing I appreciate about GRV, which I don't think any team has on them, is their levels. Their usage of levels, it speaks to my soul, okay? They understand how to look like one unit, and that I will appreciate over anyone else in this series, GRV has. And I will give that to them every single time. The cleans in that intro, they look like a unit. They gave us a variety. It felt like a clear intro. Like, I felt like just by watching that, I understand that they're going to hit hard. And they're going to give us a variety in this routine. Nice. Nice. I love the choreography nuances, like the head, emphasizing that group. Nice moment here. Let's go. Nice. Clean phrase development there. Clean intro, clean outro to a nice phrase there. And that was beautifully done from GRV. One thing I questioned, though, and it makes me wonder, okay, because they got a 10 in their stamina, right? So they're being smart about the way that they're using their ins and outs of the wings, their intros and outros. So even though that back group was staying down, they're giving a slight choreography, but they're adding nuances and dynamics to the routine and layers to the routine, which I think were painted beautifully. Do I think personally that the groups in the back could have gave us something a little bit more dynamic, a little bit more athletic? Yeah, maybe, sure. But I think that was a solid phrase from GRV, a great section, moving into something different. And they still have a large amount of dancers on the floor right now. Nice, I like that one-time musicality there. Hey, nice. Nice. I felt like that transition, I couldn't read it all the way, but I like how quick it was, and they're already in another formation. The one thing I said about Jam was their usage of layering, like using the amount of dancers that they have on the floor and dividing that in to give us clear layering and pictures. Now I see GRV is obviously doing something very similar, right? So they have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, I don't know, 16 dancers on the floor. So a ratio of having, 5 dancers up, 11 dancers down. I get it. I understand that. However, I will say throughout the routine, it varies, right? Versus Jam Republic, it kind of kept in that layering pattern of small amount versus large amount of ratio when dancers are on the floor to create these pictures. So, yeah, I like the variety that GRV gives us. Yeah, levels were clean. I felt like my 2 guys right here in the center could have gotten a little bit lower. But I will say it was consistent, and I can appreciate that. Nice. Surprise moment. I like that. Nice. Again with the soloist, right? Oh, they're much better there. Here we go. Nice. So I like the soloist going into that layering because it almost felt like it was like an add-on, right? Versus just a soloist highlighting something that was kicking it to the next phrase, right? So we had a soloist, and then we had a group add-on, and then now we're all back together. So it's smart choreography choices that GRV uses. Nice layering here. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Nice. Nice. I love that direction there. Hey, let's go. Hey, let's go. I freaking love this section right here. The variety, right? So now it feels like we're getting into like the street side of the routine. They're just all out there dancing, having a good time, partying together. We start hearing those horns go off in the background. So it's like, right, it's a very club vibe. It's a very club feel. Now, what I will say is it is still clean and it is still readable. And we're not losing intention in the routine and in the piece. And that is very appreciated. It almost makes me question, how is this routine in 88? Let's go. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Tell me you do not just want to jump on the stage and just start dancing with them. Right? Like, I am willing to break my knees again to learn this set. No, I'm not. But you get the point, right? Like, oh my gosh, projection, chef's kiss. You're pulling it out of everyone. Here we go. Let's go. I'm sorry, I just got to do it, okay? I'm sorry I don't know all the athletes' names, okay? I'll get there one day. Number 6, the way he intros this piece and just eats down, I die. I dream of being you. In this moment, not literally in real life, but in this moment for this phrase and this section, I dream of being you. Look at him intro. Look at him intro. Let's go. Let's just all shut up and watch. Tell me you do not want to be him in that moment. Like, you are that girl in that moment. I'm not watching anyone else. I'm watching you. And, like, it's almost like it was intended for that. 8 down. 8 down. Okay, this next section, I'm going to turn, I don't know why my captions are off. That was embarrassing. This next section eats down. This whole piece eats down. 88. Are we watching the same routine? Nice. Hey, let's go. Is it too much of me to say that I'm not in love with the white all behind? Like, I feel like it, and then the plaid, I'm not a fan of them. It kind of throws off the picture a little bit. Okay, this next section, we gotta watch it though, because it eats, I'm like, wins auditions. Yeah, everybody start running. Hey, let's go. Let's go. The staging in this. Period. It's like, what's missing in this routine? We're going to look at it in a second. But I'm like, 88 who? Let's go. I love the staging. The staging, listen, GRV, if you don't win this year, you're going to win next year. Let's go. Let's go. Nice moment there. Nice staging. Nice musicality. Let's go. The dynamics in this routine. The dynamics in this routine. The dynamics in the routine. Jam, pack your bags. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, that routine was it for GRV. Probably one of the best sets from GRV yet in the IDL series. Let's take a look at their scores. So where GRV is struggling, they have quite the 8s. They have an 8 in staging, which doesn't make sense to me because that staging, like, you cannot tell me that that staging was only 0.67 better than Jam Republic. Like, it's got to make sense, right? Like, I would imagine that GRV had at least a 2-point lead over Jam Republic in staging because their staging, it just read easier. The formation patterns were clean. They didn't reuse formation after formation after formation. Everything had intention the way that it was moving through and in and out of formation. So I don't agree with that formation one, right? But it doesn't matter what I think. They still got the points that they needed to sweep Jam in this. Musicality, I don't know. I think their musicality was really strong. I didn't really see much that, like, when I think about captions, like, what could they have done more? What could they have done more to enhance that routine? Stylistic athleticism. Now, when I'm looking at stylistic athleticism with GRV, musicality and creativity, like, I would think that those three would be, like, their strongest scores right now. However, it's looking like projection, communication. Honestly, I'm not even going to think about projection, communication, and stamina when it comes to these score sheets, because if you're not scoring a 9 or a 10, what are you doing here? Okay, what was I saying? Stylistic athleticism, creativity, musicality, I think would be GRV's strongest captions, okay? And staging, to be quite honest with you. Now, it's looking like, other than that, complexity of choreography, you cannot tell me that choreography was not complex. That was hard. Okay. Staging 8.67, 8.83, 8.67. So, yeah. So, pretty much strong 8s for GRV. I'm not going to lie. I thought that was going to be at least 4 points higher. I thought their musicality would be higher, like a 9.5. I thought their creativity would have been a little bit higher, like a 9.5. I thought their cleanliness would have been a little bit higher, like a 9.5. Spacing, I'm even surprised it's not a higher, like a 9.5. So, like, what's going on? What's going on? I thought that was a great set from GRV. I think GRV is understanding the score sheets. I think they're understanding the captions, and I think they are ready to continue dominating this competition. All right, who is GRV competing against in Seoul? Oh, that's right, Royal Family. It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be a battle. However, I do think GRV is going to win that match. Yeah, I think they are. All right, you guys. Next up, we have Quick Style at 1 million. That video will be coming out soon, I promise. I'm recording it literally right after this one, but as you can see, this one was already long enough. And so we're going to break up these sets, and then I'll have Brotherhood Royal Family out, and then the final match out as well. Two, if you like what you hear, you like what you see, and you like how I talk, and you like what I'm talking about, make sure you subscribe, you leave a like, you leave a comment, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.